dear Scorpio. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there is a reading up, What New Life is Calling Me, for the full members to this channel. And what Spirit wants me to know at this time is up for all the members to the channel. Extended and full members can also order readings from me with a 30% discount. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I used the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore for the reading, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open your deck here, there's 3 because 21, 2 plus 1, 3, and this is the 3 of Swords. So it seems like something essential has been broken inside this person, okay? I'm feeling as if their soul is lost, or something has happened to traumatize this person's soul. It might be that a breakup from you, because the World is also a card of closure that have caused a broken heart, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the King of Pentacles together with 3 of Swords. So I'm thinking this person is trying to be very collected about this loss. They are trying to be resilient and sustainable. King of Pentacles is also shows that probably this person wanted the relationship to continue on some level. King of Pentacles is a kind of husband, someone that wants things to be resilient and long-lasting. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we see the 4 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords, which changes the King of Pentacles a little bit. It shows that the person is trying to protect themselves. It might still be that they wouldn't have wanted to stay with you forever. We had both the World card, which is about soulmate connection, and the King of Pentacles, which is about husband and commitment. But here we're seeing a person like saving, putting boundaries, saving, maybe being the miser a little bit. So I'm seeing it as if this person is realizing that their over-saving or over-protectiveness of themselves might have led to the 3 of Swords becoming heartbroken. So I think they have identified the problem, but in the same time still not being able to solve the problems. It might be that being very protective is important for this person. 6 element, 2 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. So we can see that this person is basically hurting themselves. They are living in this castle of the King of Pentacles with the wall of the 4 of Pentacles, and wishing that things would be different. Sometimes our paradise becomes a prison. Okay, so 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. I want my dear Scorpio to have love in your life and to find yourself in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds to you and the person most on your mind and what this person would want to happen between you two. So please like and share this video and hit the bell notification to get updates on my posting as well. So this is the future, the most likely action that this person will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And this is what they would want to have happen between you two. And we have an Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, King of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing a person being a little bit on the fence. I'm seeing they have had an epiphany, probably seeing that their overprotectedness of themselves have led to their loss. But in the same time, they are spiritually challenged when it comes to truth and emotions. And they might have leaned a little bit too much on the logic paradigm of their life, trying to be very logic. They might not have good connection with their emotions, and they might not have good connections with the truth. So if you know your emotion, you can speak the truth. If you don't know your emotion, you can't speak the truth. It seems like this person is lacking when it comes to this, and therefore being very logic but not truthful, because they don't have access to the truth. But I think they have got now access to the truth. Before they haven't. They didn't know their emotions, so they basically lied to both themselves and you, probably. But now they know the truth. But I'm still feeling like they have this position of safety, and it was a comfortable life for them, I think. Okay, so this is their most likely action. We have the Magician, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance. I'm seeing a person being very attracted to you, but unable to move forward on that attraction. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is like planning, but it's still a block. Nothing has really come to fruition here. And they want things to come to fruition because they're attracted to you, but in some way your relationship has left them very damaged, not because you did anything wrong, but I think it has to do with their ego. Being locked in that tower has, so basically I'm seeing them hurting themselves, now still being attracted to you, but being blocked with forward movement towards you. And here comes the Magician. So Magician, and we also had the King of Swords. It's a little bit worrying because the person might come with more lies towards you. Magician is a trickster, going on the fine line between black and white magic, and often works with, they want something to happen. They have a dream, and they might be selfish in trying to achieve that dream. So using whatever means is necessary. So I'm seeing this person having a conflict where they want to stay logic and disconnected from their emotions. In the same time, they have a desire for you and wish to find a way to, make these two things go together. So the simplest, easiest way forward is to lie to you and to try to manipulate. For example, saying, I don't have any love for you, but I still enjoy our company. So I would want us to keep hanging out together because you are the person that I most enjoy hanging out with right now. And that is a lie, but they're still getting what they want. And without making the necessary sacrifice of, opening up themselves to their own emotions, figuring them out, and being able to be truthful towards you. Okay, so this is their intentions. And we have a Two of Pentacles. So I can't help but feeling a little bit sorry for this person. They are not stuck between a rock and a hard place because someone else did something to them. They're just not well equipped when it comes to dealing with their own dramatic emotions. And they want to keep things on the low. Big waves here when they are trying to bicycle would be disastrous. So they're trying to keep drama on the low because they can't deal with heavy waves of emotions, for example. So I think this person's their lying and their lack of connection with their own emotions make them a little bit crippled and also very vulnerable. And they don't have tools for how to deal with this, so therefore they are acting shady. And Two of Pentacles is like a person like this, very unstable. So they haven't found a stability with, for example, being able to comfort themselves when being in an emotional state. So they might need to use alcohol, drugs, or go out partying, or, even being aggressive towards people can help them blow off steam. So it's they are in a very precarious position because they are not strong enough. And I'm hearing a song as well, not strong enough to stay away. So that might be a problem they have as well, staying away from you probably. Not strong enough to stay away. I just run back to you, something. I actually know this song. It was one of my favorite songs maybe in the middle of the 2010, 2015, somewhere there. It's Apocalyptica, not, but I don't know the name. It's probably not strong enough. Okay, and here we have the feelings for you, and we have a 9 of Pentacles. So it's very important for this person to be self-sufficient and not needing anyone else, and that's what they feel, because they don't really have access to their true emotions, so we can't really know what they are actually feeling for you. The only thing we can see is a desire for them to kind of be on their own, because probably in that state they have it's easier time to keep balance within themselves. When they are in a situation where they, for example, you become very important, it's harder for them to keep the balance, and they will often fall off the bicycle. So it's easier to stay away from you, because then they won't get these dramatic feelings and fall off the bicycle here, lose their balance. I will give you an example. Let's say that when you are together with a person that you truly love, what that person does becomes much more serious for you than what another person would do. Let's say whatever your family does or your friends does, you're probably able to be more lenient towards them. But if your partner does it, then it's a big oh, what's happening? So if your friend call in and say, I have become ill, I can't come to this or that, it's like, well, fine, it's fine for you, because you can do it another time. It's not a big deal. And but if your partner might do the same thing, it might sting a little bit more in the heart. Even if they are, they are sick, it's normal, they can't come. So, but it's still ting, because this means a little bit more. I'm not saying that your friends are meaningless, but we can often see this with relationships. When someone go into a relationship, they're only hanging out with that partner. It's because that partner becomes very significant for them emotionally. And this person doesn't want to have a significant person because that makes them unbalanced emotionally. But I will take another card to try to reveal their feelings here for you. 9 of Pentacles, not particularly warm. Karmic relationship, yes, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. So I'm feeling that this person is struggling. They're trying to be the bigger person, letting you go. But it's basically because they're very triggered by your relationship. And in the same time, they are kind of saying to themselves that I'm letting this person go because I love them. So I'm letting them live their own life because I love them. And maybe they feel that you were a bad match because these funny, strange emotions were coming up inside of them. They don't realize that these funny, strange emotions came because they truly connected with you. And if they hadn't truly connected with you, they would have felt like more a flat line. But now it became much more dramatic, and that seems to be what they want to avoid, these dramatic feelings. And this is how they look at you, death. So you might have asked for freedom from this person, and they are trying to live this freedom. It wasn't probably what they wanted, but in the same time, they didn't want to dig into their deep emotions and try to figure them out. And that might have been the reason to why you possibly have ended things with them, because you felt like they weren't true to you. They weren't telling the truth. They weren't open with their emotion. They weren't vulnerable in the relationship with you, which made you resent them or be angry with them or feel almost used and abused by them. So it seems from their perspective as you have put an end to this relationship, but I think it was due to this person's shortcomings of being unable to stand up for you and the relationship. And this is how they view the relationship. And we have a 6 of Pentacles. So they do understand that this was a very good relationship. It was equal and it was a give and take. But to be in such an intimate relationship with this kind of a beautiful energy between you two, it required for them to start to look at their feelings and maybe even cry in your arms, or be open also to the hurts that would have catched up with them because they felt this connection with you. This is connected also to the Lovers card. 6 of Pentacles is connected to the Lovers. So it shows the person feeling as this relationship was really important, but they couldn't accept the terms that came with having an important relationship. If you have an important connection, certain strange feelings, triggers, old wounds and aches will come up to the surface, because now finally they are able to heal in the loving arms of another person. But this person wasn't, they were scared of their emotion, and they didn't want to show you how scared they were. They wanted to keep a certain facade, or acting as if they weren't as swayed by their emotion as they actually were. So there was no possibility for intimacy between you two, because this person couldn't be honest about these kind of things. And this is what they would want from this relationship. And we have a Knight of Cups. So again, like with the Alchemist card that we saw, the Temperance, 14 Temperance, this person is longing for you, would want to reach out and make amends with you, would want to connect with you once more. But I don't know what this person has to offer, because they seem still to be very stubborn in doing the work that's necessary. Because when you are in love, you become like open leaves like this, and all the things that you kept hidden, like all the hurts, all the pain, you kept a shield up and a mask on and soldiered on through your life. But when you open up to love like this, you become vulnerable, and that's because you have a unique opportunity to really connect with someone else. But all hurt, pain, triggers, projections will come up and make a little bit of a mess in the relationship. But if we are able to communicate about these messes and work them through, and even if a person becomes really upset, you can find ways to understand them or connect with them. This is helping the other person to heal, and it's helping you to heal when you are able to say, okay, I get really triggered by this. I understand it's not logic, and I really need to let you do whatever it is that you want to do. But I get really triggered. I feel abandoned. I feel like this. I feel like that. And then we can understand each other and help each other and show, okay, you don't have to be scared. Nothing bad is going to happen, and I'm going to be back before you know it, or whatever it is that has been freaking you out. Okay. So this is their most likely action, and we have the Four of Cups here. I can't handle my emotions, so I can't bicycle to you, because that will make me all emotional and gooey and scared and vulnerable, and maybe I will cry, and I don't like that, because I want to have my mask on. I want to this is another four, so it's very much connected to the Four of Pentacles that we saw, the castle that the King of Coins was living in. So this person is trying to, like, they have crossed their arms over their heart chakra as well. And here we have a Page of Swords. It goes well with the Ace of Swords. I think you have given them some kind of epiphany, like you said something that penetrated straight through their mind and woke something up inside of them. So they understood something that you said, but they have a hard time accepting that things might be in the way that you told them they were. Okay, so it's a bit complicated. Four of Swords. So here they're trying to kind of comprehend that with their mind. They hear probably your words over and over again, and they're trying to understand what that means for them, or if you are right or if you are wrong, or it's something that they're obsessing a little bit about. Might have been that you just told them, oh, you're so darn cold. And they didn't think that they were cold. They thought that they were responsible person, didn't act on drama, were always acting nice and proper, but you felt maybe that this disconnected you two, because they never admitted to when they didn't feel like that. It was a mask on, and you got upset or irritated. But it might different degrees in hell. For some it will have been a much worse thing, and for others even more simple thing. And here we have an Ace of Wands. So it seems like eventually they will understand the point in what you said. And eventually they will get some kind of epiphany from this. But this is not a quick thinker. They are hibernating in their castle. They are in resistance towards their own emotions. They're in resistance towards having this epiphany overall. But the Divine says, yes, epiphany will come. Particularly because they feel like, well, since you were such a good friend to them, why would you lie? Okay, so it's almost like the way you have treated them in the past makes them believe you more than something someone else would have said. And here we have the Three of Wands. So it seems like eventually they will come forward to you with some kind of communication. And it's a little bit, this person wants to communicate. I'm feeling the anxiousness with this, but in the same time, there's a distance made between them and who they want to communicate with, because they are just looking at them through this. I have forgotten the name as of now, but we say looking glass, okay? So it's an eagerness, but it's still being a little bit contained in this fear. What will happen if I admit? And what will happen if I reach out? What will happen if I try and communicate? But the Magician, also communication. It's Mercury, goes really quick around the sun, being its messenger. So I think this person is trying to be heroic and stoic, and letting you live your best life, but they are longing for you and they are pondering what you said. They have a lot of resistance towards that, but eventually some kind of value with your relationship would make them want to explore this further. Okay, so we'll see what they would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth with the brutally honest oracle. I was scared of being used. So they might have been scared of commitment, for example, because they thought that if they committed to you, you will become their leader. And from that day on, they will not have, a saying, because many people feel like that, as if they will be consumed by their partner and confused because now I don't know anymore what I want or what I need. I just see that you have decided everything for me. Everything reminds me of you. So they're reminiscing a lot, even when they lay here resisting. We have 13 death, 1 + 3, 4. So we have 4, 4, 4. And we also have the 4 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles living in that square. Okay. I have a lot of insecurities. We have realized that. We see an insecurity here, insecurity there. And it all stems from them not knowing themselves. They basically don't know who they are. They don't know why these strange emotions comes upon them, or why they want a certain thing, or why they like this and not that. Because I think they have not only kept themselves safe in this box, they have also put something of themselves outside the box, like those emotions, I don't want to feel them. So they have never figured them out, but they are about to start to figure them out. And that will make them more secure when they know more what they like, what they don't like, what they want, what they don't want, what they stand for and what they don't stand for. But it's almost like they're always looking over the shoulder, trying to figure out what the other person feels or wants, or what's... if my best friend says that you should not like this person, you should like that person. So then this person here, they like this person, but now they have to say they don't like them, and that they like this person that they don't like, because they're always looking on what other people do. So that also adds to the insecurity, and it also adds to their distance towards other people, since they are so easily convinced, because someone else says something, then they need to do the same. So they don't have a strong self, or they don't have a strong it's almost like they haven't defined themselves truly, and therefore they are hiding, because when you haven't defined yourself, you can't stand up for yourself, and then you're weak in comparison to other people, and you need these thick boundaries to not be totally consumed. So I understand their point, but it's easy for them, it would be easy for them to work this through, and we'll see how easy. This is how if they will be able to deal with this inability to face their own emotions and figure out who they are. We have this mermaid here, number 50. It's a entity that's swimming into this bubble and learning how it is on the other side. Like, they are living with the fishes in the sea, but they might feel as if they belong to another realm, or that they would be another person. The fishes in the sea is their family, their friends, everyone that has impacted them. But they feel as if there's another world out there which suits them better, but they haven't really dared to explore that because they want to be part of the group. They don't want to lose the security of the group. And I think that you might represent this other realm, like their other half, the part of them that they haven't really gone into trying to discover. And that also freaks them out because you might be the road helping them to go to where they are their true self. And they are not sure if that's a good thing. Maybe they should rather stay in the ocean with the fishes. So one of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that all of us tend to put off living. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon instead of enjoying the roses that are blooming outside our windows today. We are driven. So this person might dream a lot about, winning the lottery, things like this, because finally they would be free. But they don't realize that they have freedom right in front of their nose with just becoming who they truly are and trying to find themselves. We are driven at first by curiosity and then by dissatisfaction to consider alternatives to our present circumstances. The grass appears to be greener on the other side of the fence, or so we believe. And so it is with this visual take on the tale of the little mermaid. The glass sphere provides her with a means of briefly experience another world, and much like a vacation away from home or brief foray into a different lifestyle, the experience can prove to be intoxicating. It may turn out to be something that leaves us discontent, or it may provide the impetus to move on and make such change permanent. But we should be wary and consider carefully whether we would truly belong in this new environment. We should try to judge it for what it would be in reality. The attraction and appeal of those brief encounters may not survive a lengthier commitment. And this is, of course, their fear. And it's the fear of the King of Swords here, that I'm better off staying with my comrades. But if this is who this person really is, it's a big challenge for them to move on from, this is a longing inside of them, a dream to maybe become more like you are or what you represent. But in the same time, they don't dare to dream that this dream could be true because they see a lot of obstacles with this dream. But they're definitely sniffing on the possibility to throw themselves into this, what they almost not dare to dream of, and that comes in the package together with you. And I definitely think it's about self-discovery, that you might represent something that they didn't have previously in their life, and that would help them expand their own self and becoming more than what they were before. Okay, so I'll show you this from above. Sorry for my fingers. I would urge you to watch the love reading for January, or the reading Their True Thoughts and Feelings in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably reveal more about this situation. You can also watch What Do They Want to Happen Between You Two from previously to watch the development from then until now. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. On the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And if you want to see the channel's readings in advance and ads-free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button that appears, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Thank you for watching this far. Remember to like and share this video, and hit the bell notification on your way out to get updates when the next video is up. And until then, stay blessed and bye-bye.